Dave Mensing, pork producer at Preston, Minnesota.
Okay. We're going to talk to you about the H1N1 virus and how that's impacted the pork industry.
We feel that the pork industry has been unjustifiably, I shouldn't say attacked, but these false statements by our national media and this H1N1 virus, unfortunately, its information has caused adverse effects on the economic and our swine industry, and we'll recover from that. We're hoping to return to our industry and our seasonal. We're just beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel for our seasonal market.
How much of an impact has it had already that you know of?
From back the first week, we had $8 a hundredweight increase. But nothing to the point. We were just beginning to see some very, very severe economic impact of an industry that was already ready.
So how do you think it will impact hog farmers in this area?
Hog farmers in our county, how many head is raised in our county? 12 to 16 now.
So essentially with that drop, your expenses haven't dropped, and
the expenses haven't dropped. No, the expenses haven't dropped in the face of the weather this spring. As a matter of fact, our expenses, like soybean meal, have increased this spring, and all the other expenses that go into the cost of production have remained the same.
So your revenue's dropped and expenses gone up a little bit.
Exactly.
What percent of decrease?
Our gross revenue has decreased between 11 and 16, 18%.
Wow.
Depending on what time frame we're going to pick.
Okay.
Right.
At
the worst time it was 18%.
Okay. And the turn time, as far as what the expectations are for recovery of this situation?
I think that all depends on when consumer confidence will return. And the national media came out with this. And I don't know really what
I'm here with Matt Hellickson Farms, and he's going to be talking about hog farming industry and how it's been affected by the H1N1 Influenza A. How long have you guys had your farm here?
Well, this actual barn we built in 2005, and the reason why we built it is because it's a nursery out there. You can take a look at the pigs. They're really small, and we built it. This is what they call a nursery. So
how old are these hogs here?
Well, we get them when they're about 20 days old, off of so they're right off of the sow, which is the mother pig, and so now these pigs have been in here now for about 10 days, I think is what it is.
Okay.
So you actually need to
So from the time that you got these pigs and then you turn around and take them to market, what period of time will it be?
Well, in our particular situation, they are in these barns for 9 weeks, and then we take them over to a finishing barn. And so in this barn, they go from 12 pounds to 55, 60, 65 pounds, somewhere right in there, and then we'll take them over to the finishing barn, and they'll be there for 18 weeks, and where they get up to 265 pounds.
Okay.
70, like
so
that.
what period of time do you figure?
That's about
18 weeks?
9 weeks in here and 18 weeks, so that's about
27 weeks?
27 weeks.
Yeah.
But about the 13th week in the finishing barn is when we start selling out of it.
Okay.
But now, as far as the actual H1N1 virus affecting the marketing on these pigs, hopefully by the time that these pigs get to market, it's not going to affect them. But we've got other finishing barns that we're going to start selling out of right now.
So with the market prices dropping, then are you concerned about how much you have invested and whether or not the return is there?
Oh yeah, yeah. We it's dropped probably $20 a pig, or $15 and $20 a pig over the past since it hit here a couple of weeks ago.
So are there any projections as to how long it's going to take for the market to recover?
A lot of that just depends on public perception and amount that the public's willing to go out there and get knowledge on the whole situation and realize that you can't contract it from eating pork. So.
Hi, my name is Jay Johnson. I'm the meat manager for Preston Foods, affiliate of Rushford Foods. I guess we're here to do an interview.
Okay. Question I have is with the announcement of what originally was touted as the swine flu, and now it's been named the H1N1 Influenza Type A. Has that affected any pork sales at all, or prompted any questions from customers?
No, I haven't. Most of our customers around here are pork producers. They all know that this doesn't affect the human consumption of pork.
Has there been any? You think it's the same situation in, say, Rochester or other cities at all? From what?
Well, we're in a rural community, so most of the people around here are farmers. They're familiar with it. I would say in a bigger city, Rochester, Minneapolis, places like that, I'm sure there'd be a lot of questions because it's not really rural area, farm related.
Okay. So have you seen a decline in sales since the announcement of what was referred to originally as the swine flu virus, and now it's been changed to?
I haven't here in this store. Actually, my sales are up as far as pork goes.
Okay.
I think it's because we're getting more into the grilling season. People aren't really worried about the swine flu or the H1N1 influenza. They know what this is all about. They're not scared of it. Sales have been great for us around here.
How does it compare to, say, last year's sales?
Well, we're up from last year.
My name is Deb Bristow.
Okay, and has the announcement of the swine flu, initially that's what it was called, and now it's called the H1N1 Influenza Type A, has that changed your buying habits with pork at all?
Nope, it has not at all, because I know that it has nothing to do with eating any type of pork product. So.